Recorded Books and One Click Digital present The Priest, Aaron, by Francine Rivers. Narrated by Adam Verner. Introduction. Dear listener, this is the first of 5 novellas on biblical men of faith who served in the shadows of others. These were Eastern men who lived in ancient times, and yet their stories apply to our lives and the difficult issues we face in our world today. They were on the edge. They had courage. They took risks. They did the unexpected. They lived daring lives, and sometimes they made mistakes, big mistakes. These men were not perfect, and yet God, in His infinite mercy, used them in His perfect plan to reveal Himself to the world. We live in desperate, troubled times, when millions seek answers. These men point the way. The lessons we can learn from them are as applicable today as when they lived thousands of years ago. These are historical men who actually lived. Their stories, as I have told them, are based on biblical accounts. For a more thorough reading of the life of Aaron, see the books of Exodus, Leviticus, and Numbers. Also compare Christ, our high priest, as found in the book of Hebrews. This book is also a work of historical fiction. The outline of the story is provided by the Bible, and I have started with the facts provided for us there. Building on that foundation, I have created action, dialogue, internal motivations, and in some cases, additional characters that I feel are consistent with the biblical record. I have attempted to remain true to the scriptural message in all points, adding only what is necessary to aid in our understanding of that message. At the end of each novella, we have included a brief study section. The ultimate authority on people of the Bible is the Bible itself. I encourage you to read it for greater understanding, and I pray that as you read the Bible, you will become aware of the continuity, the consistency, and the confirmation of God's plan for the ages, a plan that includes you. Francine Rivers. Chapter 1. Aaron sensed someone standing close as he broke loose a mold and put the dried brick aside. Skin prickling with fear, he glanced up. No one was near. The Hebrew foreman closest to him was overseeing the loading of bricks onto a cart to add on to some phase of Pharaoh's storage cities. Wiping the moisture from his upper lip, he bent again to his work. Through the area, sunburned, work-weary children carried straw to women who shook it out like a blanket over the mud pit and then stomped it in. Sweat-drenched men filled buckets and bent beneath the weight as they poured the mud into brick molds. From dawn to dusk, the work went on unceasingly, leaving only a few twilight hours to tend small garden plots and flocks in order to sustain life. "Where are you, God? Why won't you help us?" "You there, get to work!" Ducking his head, Aaron hid his hatred and moved to the next mold. His knees ached from squatting, his back from lifting bricks, his neck from bowing. He set the bricks in stacks for others to load. The pits and plains were a hive of workers. The air so close and heavy he could hardly breathe for the stench of human misery. Sometimes death seemed preferable to this unbearable existence. What hope had he or any of his people? God had forsaken them. Aaron wiped the sweat from his eyes and removed another mold from a dried brick. Someone spoke to him again. It was less than a whisper, but it made his blood rush and the hair on the back of his neck stand on end. He paused and strained forward, listening. He looked around. No one paid him any notice. Maybe he was suffering from the heat. That must be it. Each year became harder, more insufferable. He was 83 years old, a long life blessed with nothing but wretchedness.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?